I believe killing a couple teenagers. There's also the George Floyd Autonomous Zone. None of these are to imply that we are in an active civil war, just that it's entirely possible and the escalation is happening right before us. I think perhaps Stephen Marsh is correct when he says civil strife. Okay. Where are we now? An election is held. There's widespread accusations of fraud. One faction says no, one faction says yes. It doesn't matter what you think is true. People tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. Maybe I'm wrong. Others say it's a bunch of conspiracy theory nonsense. Some say it's true and the left is trying to hide it and cover it up. Doesn't matter. The fact is, there are two prevailing worldviews. The overwhelming majority of Republicans believe the election was stolen and Joe Biden is illegitimate. The overwhelming majority of Democrats believe that Donald Trump stole the election and that his presidency was illegitimate, thus justifying all of the actions they took and the actions they're taking now. Where are we at today? Perhaps we'll avert a civil war if Donald Trump whimpers, bows his head, and crawls into the Fulton County jail crying, saying, I guess I lost. Maybe Donald Trump will just give up and surrender. Maybe Jenna Ellis and Mark Meadows will just quiver and whimper as they're brought into a jail cell that the left laments as being despicable, decrepit, a crypt where people die.
Counting on my luck.
Maybe they'll remand Trump. Maybe they won't. I don't know. All of this is happening right before your eyes. It's never happened before in American history. So call it whatever you want. I don't care. But here's what I do think. Why the mockery from the left over the idea of civil war now? Why are there even some conservatives saying it's irresponsible for me to say, despite the fact that many others have been saying it before me, that many others have been calling it out in louder ways? Well, I'll tell you two things. Call it whatever you want. I don't care. But here's what I do think. Why the mockery from the left over the idea of civil war now? Why are there even some conservatives saying it's irresponsible for me to say, despite the fact that many others have been saying it before me, that many others have been calling it out in louder ways? Well, I'll tell you two things. Many of these conservatives, they're pro-DeSantis, despise and fear the idea of saying civil war only now, despite the fact I've been saying this for years, because they know they've lost and they're hoping they can avoid the genocide phase. So they're going to come out and say, no, calm down, everyone, just submit. I am not saying there should be violence, quite the opposite. I'm saying that there should be legal challenges in every possible way, and that Donald Trump should win the presidency, or maybe Vivek or something, or Ron DeSantis, and then we got the corruption. That's the most appropriate path to victory. The Democrats are engaging in the actions they're engaging in because they're losing and they're terrified. Seriously. You look at Target, their sales collapsed because of the Pride merchandise. It's a story I'll cover later. You have Sound of Freedom surpassing Indiana Jones. You have Bud Light's collapse. Yeah, we're winning this one. And that's why they're engaging in serious acts of violence. But you have Democrats and leftists laughing and mocking the idea of civil war. Why? Because they're hoping that they can accelerate everything, that they can arrest their political opponents without any kind of opposition. That's why they say, no, what a stupid idiot. Haha, mock the idiot. It's a powerful technique. Try and ridicule someone. I'm sorry to say, I don't care what you think. To the crackpots, to the people who are trying to create some kind of neo-Marxist revolution, your opinions mean nothing to me. And these anti-Trump neocons, sorry, your opinions mean nothing to me as well. I'm going to say what I think. There are a lot of people who say, Tim, you shouldn't say that anyway, even if you think it's true. And I'm like, whatever, man. There are a lot of personalities who supported Donald Trump and turned on him because they fear going to prison, because they celebrated his election fraud claims. They celebrated January 6th. They encouraged people to go to D.C., and now they think they're going to get arrested next. I think it's probably true they'll get arrested next. Some people have